Hello everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today I'd like to do a tutorial, but first off I'd like to say thank you to Melody and Tammy. Thank you for leaving comments on my videos. I certainly appreciate it. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome, and welcome back to all my existing subscribers. So this is my design team project for Raindrop, Lila, and for this project, I'm using her Tall Journal Vintage Photos and Art Printable Kit. This is going to be perfect for the journal I'm currently working on. So when I saw this, I'm like, oh, I've got to use this. Let me show you some of the pictures here. Now I've printed some out, and this is not the whole kit, but I just love the photos and I love the vintage aesthetic. I think they're just beautiful. And as you can see, I have cut some of them up, and I'm currently deciding where they're going to be in my journal, but I absolutely think they're just gorgeous. Aren't they pretty? Oh. So I will link Raindrop Lila's Etsy shop in the description box. So like I said, this tutorial is, or maybe I didn't say, this is one of my quick and easy tutorials. And this was inspired by some happy mail I got from a subscriber. You guys, I am constantly inspired by so many different places. And I've got to tell you, you guys are amazing. So let me show you what I got in some happy mail. And I just think it's the cutest thing ever. Look at this cute little tag holder. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. And we're going to create one of these today. So thank you. You know who you are. Thank you for the inspiration. You guys are amazing. So I can't say it enough. Truly, truly. And I wouldn't be here without you. So what I've done is I've recreated some of those, and let me show you them. And look at this little cutie. Oh, I just think it's just going to be so cute in my current journal. And like I always say, these can be tailored to any theme, any, aesthetic that you have going on. And they're so much fun to create. Oh, as you can tell, I kind of went crazy creating these. So it was really, really fun. So what you're going to need, super simple, is a sheet of scrapbook paper. Now, I don't suggest cardstock because I think that'll get a little too thick when you fold it up. And this is a piece of scrapbook paper. And I like the script on one side, and then this fancy script is from the Graphics Fairy. So I just printed on one side because I don't care for white on the other side. But let me show you something here before we get into it. There are also other things you can use besides a piece of scrapbook paper. So I used an embossed brown paper bag for this little tag holder, and I think it looks fabulous. So you could use a brown paper bag. And on this one, this is a sheet from a vintage book, and the only thing I would be cognizant of is if your book pages are really brittle, you may want to double it up. But this particular one wasn't, so book page. You could also use music sheet. This one is a vintage ledger. And then this last one is a piece of scrapbook paper. So there's a ton of different options that you can use for your base. So today, for the one we're going to create, I'm just using regular scrapbook paper. And this feels about like, like copy paper. It's 20 to 24 pound would be my guess. So it's on the thinner side. And all you need is a square. Actually, not quite a square. So for this size little tag holder, you're going to need a square. I keep saying square. It's almost exactly a square. 5 by 5 1/4. Now, you know, I don't get real exact on stuff. I like to just kind of not wing it, but see how things turn out. But we're going to cut this out 5. I'm going to mark the 5 by a 5 1/4, so about a square. So I'm just going to cut out a square. And if you have, this is a smaller sheet of paper, but if you have a larger sheet, you could probably do these kind of, you know, mass make style if you use a larger sheet of paper. So I am just cutting out my 5 by 5 1/4 square. Oh, I know that's not exact. I know. So I don't know about you guys, but I have to orient my page a certain way, my paper that I'm looking at, because otherwise my brain just doesn't compute. Oh, I'm sorry. Another thing. I thought, well, these would be really cute if you just had a small envelope. And then I thought, well, not everybody's going to have these small envelopes, but let me show you what a small envelope looks like. That really didn't make sense. I know you guys know what small envelopes look like, but as an example, this is a small envelope, and I just, you know, took it apart like so, and obviously I tore it a little bit, and then I just cut off the top. So that's kind of what we're going for the base. So you could always use a small envelope if you have one around. And to be honest, you could probably make these any size. I was just going with the smaller size. So what you're going to want to do, let me get out my little sheet of paper because I forget things. So, like I said, 5 1/4 by 5, about a square. You want to create, what you're going to do, not create, what you want to do is cut off a diagonal piece at the top. And I'll show you this and give you the measurements just so that it makes sense. And then after you do these a couple times, you don't even have to measure. So what I'm doing is on the upper right, I'm going to mark at the 2 inch. So you're just going to go in 2 inches, like so. So I'm going to mark a little mark right there, and then a little mark right there. So you're going to cut off a little diagonal strip. And I like to use my cutter because I am cutting challenged. So see how I have to move this a certain way to get it cut off correctly? All right, so I am going to just cut off that end like so. So you have this, whoops, this little bit, right? Okay, so there you have it. And then from there, all you need to do is fold this, and it's so fun. So this is your top, which is going to be right here, right? So you're going to fold the top part, or actually start at the bottom, and I go up about 2 inches, the same amount, and this is definitely eyeball. So I'm just going to fold that up and make a crease. And then I'm going to fold across. Now I'm not coming just to the point right here. You see this? Just to the point. I'm folding a little bit over the point. And I want to make sure that I go straight up and down, which I did. And then I want to do the same thing on the other side. And that is going to create our little pocket, which is really, really fun. So let me see if I can show you this up in the camera. So we've got a fold up here, got to fold over on one side, and as you can see, there's a little bit, I folded it in a little further, and the same amount on this side, like so. Now I am going to distress the edges because I like the way it makes the edges stand out so you can kind of see them a little better. But that's, you know, totally optional here. I just like the way that looks. And then go all the way around the edges. And then what I like to do is kind of rough up the top. So, you know, I am going to tear across the top and leave it a little jagged here. And this again is personal preference. I like the vintage worn look. So if you guys have tear rulers, I have one, but I don't have one out here. I like the way that looks across the top. And then along the side, what I like to do is just fold down the edges just a little bit to create another element, you know, more of a time-worn look, like it's, you know, been around for a while and people have handled it, and it looks like, not like it's been through the ringer, but it doesn't look brand new, is what I'm getting at here. And then, let's see, all we have to do is decorate this. And you know me, you gotta bling these out. We gotta add some oomph to this. And I think I need to distress that top a little bit, and then maybe these little folds, you know, that I folded down. You can just mess around with that and, you know, get it the way you want, like so. And then, you guys know how I'm loving this stuff. I am loving my gold foil and my standby Rub and Buff wax in antique gold. So we're going to do that. And I am going to, I like I've said, the cotton swab because I can get more of a direct, you know, application of this. I seem to get really messy if I do it with my fingers, but, you know, that's just me. So I'm going to go around the edge just a little bit, and just so that it gives it a little more dimension, just on the sides. This little cotton swab works really good. You can do as much or as little or none if you want. You know, this is all whatever you want it to be. Oh, just love these. I love doing this kind of stuff. I say that all the time, but it's just so much fun. So see how that looks? That just gives it some added pop, right? Okay, so in addition to that, I like, let me move my stuff out of the way because you guys know how I get crowded on my examples. This one I did use the Rub and Buff wax, as you can see. And then this one, I used the gold foil. Oh, loving the gold foil, right? So look at that. Oh, so, am I even in camera, in frame? Geez. All right, sorry about that, you guys. If I'm not, when I get going, I get out of frame. Yeah, I love that little added bit there. So with that, I want to do a little bit of the gold foil. And like I said, I'm a newbie to this. So I got out my little craft mat here, and I am just going to put a little bit of gold foil on here. Now I think, now this is an experiment, I think that even though this isn't quite dry, because this takes about 10 minutes to dry, I think, see, and I even got a little bit down there. See, I'm messy, but that's okay because that just adds to the whole look. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the gold foil. I am going to try and add a little bit of gold foil just around the edges, just a teeny weeny bit here. So let's just see how that turns out. Now, I usually use art glitter glue, but I ran out, and I have some more on order from Amazon, but I'm trying this new glue, this pH neutral PVA glue. And I tried it the other day on some tags, and it worked really good. So I'm just going to get a little mark, you know, a little bit of the glue just on some of the areas that I think would look pretty with the gold foil. And we're just gonna see what happens. Okay, move that out of the way and get a little bit of the gold foil. Now this stuff, as you guys know, is really just very, very messy here. So I'm just gonna get out some of my sheets here and put a little bit on the areas that I added some glue. Now see, this stuff sticks. It sticks like no other to everything. Your fingers, the floor. It's messy, but I don't care. I think it's fun. All right, so I've got some on that. Got some right over there. Got some on the top. And it looks like this is going to be a big blob. It's not, because once it's dry, a lot of it comes off, and then you're left with just a little teeny bit where your glue was. Okay, now did I get all the glue? I think so. All right. So there, that is right there. Now what I'm going to do is, this does take a little bit to dry, and when I first started doing this, I got all excited and didn't have enough patience, and then I started scraping it off and it wasn't dry. So I will be right back when this dries, and then we'll continue on. So hold on just a sec. Okay guys, I am back, and it's been probably about 15 minutes. And the reason, like I said, is try to be patient, because it doesn't work out as well if you start scraping off your gold foil and it's not dry yet. It's not the end of the world, and I've done it, and then I just have to go back and add more. It's just, you know, something to think about, because I know I get excited and I'm like, oh, hurry up, I want to check this out. All right, so I use a toothbrush. Other people have used types of paint brushes, but I found that the toothbrush works pretty good. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Oh yeah, yeah. Let me scrape this off and I'll show you. This looks really good. Oh, I just love this. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. And a friend of mine, you know, told me about this, and she's like, you know, at first, there's a little bit of a learning curve. And yes, there is. But let me move this out of the way. Get all these little deals off here. So let's see how it looks. Look at this. Look how cute that is. Oh, I love this. Absolutely love it. And you can always go back and add more if you want, but I think this looks absolutely perfect. So we're going to glue this down. So let me see what I got going here. What? I'm going to glue our envelope together. So I'm going to get out my Fabri-Tac here. So hold on just a second. Okay. And then we're going to decorate. Love to decorate. Love it. Love it. All right. So we're going to go along just the edges here with a little bit of Fabri-Tac. right along the edge. I glue that side down and the other side. Right, like so. And get a little bit under there. I need some right on the edge. And then, oh, that looks so cool. Oh, it's just the little things, right? Oh, yay. Okay, so decorating, that's all you have to do. So I brought out some lace here. So this is some trim. I'll show you the ones that I did. This is from Bohodaydreams. I love that trim. I used some sari silk and some lace on this one. And I've got a vintage piece of fabric and some more trim from Bohodaydreams. And this is just a stretchy piece of lace here. So let's just do something. Yay. Let's see. Oh, that looks so pretty. That looks so pretty. Let's see what this one looks like. That looks great too. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that one looks really pretty. I kind of, what I like with this is I don't want to cover up the whole thing because this little cutie is too cute to be covered up with stuff, right? So I want to accent it, but I don't want to cover it up. I don't know. So that's why I'm picking like a more sheer piece of lace. Okay, let's just do that one like that. Move these pretties out of the way. And where's my scissors here? I cut this off just to the width of my little tag holder. You could also make these wrap all the way around, and that's a thought too, like I did on this one. And depending on where you put it in your journal, you could always decorate the back, put some stamps or collaging, and then you have a little tuck spot right back here. Oh, I may have to do that. Or you can glue these onto your page and they look beautiful just like that. So I don't know exactly where these are going to end up in my current journal, but we'll figure it out. And you know, there's so many different options too. So I'm going to glue this down here. And come on, Fabri-Tac. I need to get one of those things where you can set this upside down. I'll think of something here where you can set it down so your glue always is down at the bottom so you don't have to sit here and wait. But you know, I know I haven't got to that yet, because I know I've seen some ladies where they have like a little holder that you you know, set it in upside down so that it's always ready. Genius. Just genius. It's the little things, right? Okay. So I think that looks fabulous. Oh, wow. It's getting dark here, you guys. I'm doing my video later on in the day. And once the sun goes down, whew, it's dark really quick. I'm just trimming off the edges here. So let's see. What else? What else? Oh, I don't know. Let's see what we're going to put inside this little guy. So I've brought out some ephemera. You guys know how I love ephemera. And I've also got another one of the gorgeous digitals here that I cut up. What did I do with it? Let's see, because I want these to be the focus, you know, the focal point. So I think that one looks beautiful in there. And then maybe some ephemera behind there. So I have a Victorian trading card here. And I thought that would look absolutely beautiful behind it. And something else just fell down. Hold on. I've got a calling card. So these are really fun just for tags or ephemera or just little bits that you want to put in your journal, right? Oh, they're so cute. And then, oh, of course, you've got to add embellishments. So what do I have here? I don't know. I've got a little charm that we could put on there. I've got a button. I'm not sure if I'm liking those. Hold on just a second. I think I have some trim over here. Some beautiful trim from Bohodaydreams. And look at that. Ooh, I just love that because you guys know how I love sparkle. So yeah, the possibilities are endless with these things. I'm just going to put that there because it's too pretty not to. So I'm going to cut that just off to the side. I'm not sure. I kind of like it like that. And then you can add whatever else you want. I mean, sky's the limit. I could just decorate for days. And I do. I'm sure I do. So let's see. What do you think? Around the side and down at the bottom. I don't know. I'm kind of liking it at the bottom there. So let's just do that. You know, I don't want to think too much because then I think too much and then I don't do anything and I just sit there. Oh, do you guys do that? Or just kind of, you know, overthink things? Or am I the only one that does that? I don't know. Okay, so there you have it. Quick and easy, right? Let me put this lid back on my Fabri-Tac there. That was my goal for the new year, is to put lids back on. So there you have it. Whoa. Quick and easy, right? Little tag ephemera holders. Aren't these just the funnest thing ever? Oh, I just love them. And you could stick them in another pocket. That would be fabulous. In the side of your journal, into a tuck spot, a standalone. You can clip them onto a page. Oh, just so much fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Go out and make some of these. They're so fun. And have a wonderful day. And thank you for being here with me today. And I'll see you soon. Bye.